funny. They asked me to play in the All-Star in the celebrity game. I was like, man,
why didn't you play?
I ain't got no game like that. My game.
Neither do they, obviously. Like, what?
I'm in no rush to publicly embarrass myself. All I got is defense. All right, that's me all day. And I'm not good for 2. I'm not good for 3. I'm not.
Yo, peace. Welcome back to 7 p.m. in Brooklyn. I'm Carmelo Anthony here with my co-host.
You know what it is. My name is Kazim Famiwide. You can call me Kaz. And this is a Wave Original presented by Xfinity. Melo.
Yes, we got a good one.
We got in the hook today, man. We got a good one.
All right, so our guest today built his career brick by brick. From cult TV to prestige films to blockbuster franchises. He's played hackers, freedom fighters, detectives, and legends. He's an actor, producer, designer, and one of the only people in Hollywood who can build a watch from scratch. Now he has to step into his lead era with Prime Video's Cross, back for season 2, which I am a big, big fan. Aldis Hodge, welcome to the hook.
Welcome.
Yes.
I'm happy to be here. What's happening?
It's good to have you here, bro. We just still coming out of All-Star Weekend. We're in LA. You know what I mean? Everybody's running around. Yeah. All-Star Weekend's always a lot, but I bet, you know what I mean, running into each other, seeing to each other. You know, how was
cool.
that?
It was cool, man.
Yeah.
I mean, All-Star, I feel like it was my first actual time being involved in the All-Star. Because I think it was Friday. I was AC coaching the celebrity game.
Mm-hmm.
Saturday, introduced the dunk contest. I couldn't make it for the game on Sunday because I had to fly back because we still out here working.
That's a
man.
Right.
It was a good time. It was a real good time. Like I said, I saw you from across the way. I wanted to go, but we was both getting in the cars. I was like, I'm gonna see him.
I was saying the same shit. Yo, that's Cross right there.
Yeah, man. But it was fun. It was cool. It's funny, they asked me to play in the All-Star in the celebrity game. I was like, man,
why didn't you play?
Why you ain't play?
I ain't got no game like that. My game is
Neither do they, obviously.
I'm in no rush to publicly embarrass myself. All I got is defense. All right, that's me all day. I mean, I'm blocking, I'm stealing. I'm setting a pick.
Mm-hmm.
But you want to dish it out, and I'm not good for 2. I'm not good for 3.
That's your honest scout report on yourself.
Yeah. I'm a defensive player all day.
I respect that. You play a lot of athletes in a lot of your movies and stuff like that.
I know, so it's a brilliant lie. Ain't
I was about to say, you gonna fool a lot of people.
It's a thin line.
Yeah. No, I mean, for me growing up, my world of sports was in fighting. I was a competitive martial artist for a number of years, and then after that, I stopped competing like professionally as a kid, but then I just kept up with the practice throughout the years because I love fighting. I love the capability. I love the discipline there. I love the strength that you get, but also it's just there's an art to it that I'm obsessed with when it comes to different styles.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where I live. But talking about hitting the court, breaking ankles, I'm gonna break my own.
I was about to say, like, you from North Carolina though. Like North Carolina is very
North Carolina, yeah.
It's a basketball state, basically.
It's a basketball state. I was born there. I was not raised there.
All right, there you go. Yeah. All right, so that's probably why.
Exactly. Yeah.
So he ain't learned just defense at that point.
It was like, I don't know, my coordination. I knew what I enjoyed was going to stop somebody else. I never had confidence when I had the ball.
Right.
I always felt like it was too much pressure. But I knew I was very confident in shutting somebody else down.
That's impressive.
So I think your body's naturally going to align with where your mind is at. If you could be halfway down the court, I'm going to catch you in 2 steps. I'm good. You know what I mean?
So you're an athlete. You're a real athlete. You catch somebody 2 steps down the court.
I mean, you say you can't hoop, and it was a beautiful lie, but was it Big Mama's house?
Yeah, we got footage.
You know what I mean?
We got footage.
Oh,
come on,
dear
see?
God, dude, that's me. That's my brother Edwin right there. I was 14 years old. Boy, I was skinny as it gets. God dang. Do a push-up to save your life. Something.
Do you ever go back? Like, you watch your old film?
Nah, I usually don't.
Yeah.
Even now today, I watch something about one time. I'm usually looking for areas that I can correct, or I'm trying to figure out like how things flow together. I'm looking at the edits. I'm looking at production quality, all these kind of things, just to kind of see where we're going. But typically, I'll watch something I've done maybe about once, and then I'm out.
Wow.
Yeah. For me, it's more about making sure that it's studying. It's like when you watch playback of a game. You know what I'm saying? When fighters watch, that last couple rounds, and I'm just studying, and I'll move on to the next thing.
Right. Yeah. I love how you break that down. Like, I feel like maybe because we just had Shakur Stevenson on yesterday, but hearing like how fighters describe, other things in life, what I'm saying? Like how you approach acting is the same sort of way like someone would approach fighting, which was just sort of like a specific like body study and consciousness to it. You have a lot of action roles under your resume, you know what I mean? Like you've been in comic book movies, you've been all that type of stuff. Like how much does like the physical discipline of staying athletic in movies, differ from the mental discipline of like mastering a role?
Well, oddly enough, you have to stay conditioned. Like, say you get a job and then, they want to go to picture in a month, but they expect you to be out here fighting like Donnie Yen.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Donnie's a real fighter. He's been fighting all his life. You know what I'm saying? And your body's not going to move and respond like that without having some real training, having some real reflexes being tested. When it comes to response time, when it comes to just moving without thinking. So give yourself as much leeway as possible. Then the other part of that is just endurance. Like when we did Black Adam and, I've got the Hawkman costume on and, people think it's all fun and games. And we had a brilliant time on that set. But my costume weighed about 35 to 40 pounds.
Sheesh.
You know what I mean? I'm sitting in there, I'm in the harness doing my flying scenes, but we're shooting 3-4 months. So I'm spending about 3 or 4 months in a harness.
Okay.
Flipping upside down, all that kind of stuff, landing. My knees were already bad going into it. I fixed them. But, I had some back issues after that because I was training, putting on weight real fast, not getting enough sleep, stressing my body to look a certain way, but it wasn't conditioned to, so I was rushing the process. And that's where it comes in, hey, look, you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready.
That's a fact. Athlete mindset.
Yeah. So there's a lot that we put our bodies through on a regular basis. And the healthier you are physically, the better you can do your job regardless of what it even entails. Because these are long hours on set. They can be brutal, very, very, very demanding. And again, people think, oh, you're just having a good time. It's funny. It's easy. Ain't nothing easy about it. Not a thing.
Yeah.
Nah.
Well, how like a training for you? Like how long is your training up until like before the movie, before you actually day one of filming?
So I remember with Black Adam, I found out I got the job September. Then the next year we started shooting around like March, April, I think. So for me, I put myself in training the moment they said, hey, you got the job. I'm like, cool, let's go. I started with the physical training, all that kind of stuff. And then started doing like some parkour and all that. I used to do that back in the day. Took some time off, got back into it. I'm like flipping, but I was heavier. So my knees couldn't take it. You know what I'm saying? It was like, we're not ready for this. So I try to give myself as much time as possible. You don't always get that kind of time. Like I just did a film, did Roadhouse 2. We started shooting in October, but they told me about like maybe a month before that I got the job.
Okay.
Luckily, I had been training most of last year.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I had just come off of training.
To the one with Conor McGregor in it, right? It's the follow-up to that. Exactly, I like that one.
Yeah, so and this one's going to be fire because we got first of all, a lot of crazy athletes in there.
Okay.
Shout out to my boy Rico Voven, who is 15-time world heavyweight kickboxing champ. Like, he's an athlete. We got Iko Y, who this brother is one of my favorite martial artists in the game. He's an actor, but the brother's skilled. And, we got a lot of real competitors in there. So it's great when you're around that environment because, these cats, they sitting there, they doing their regular thing, which is, they get up, they train, drinking their water, eating well, and it just naturally hits you. We got Michael Venom Page in there. we got Tyron Woodley, you know what I'm saying?
That cast is strong.
Yeah. So it's nice when you got these brothers out here who, I mean, they come, they ready, they're doing their thing, but they also living a certain lifestyle that you pick up on and you're like, oh, I could do a little bit more.
Yeah, because you know, action stars and like obviously you can have actors that do action movies, but like you're like an action star. Like a lot of your big movies are like very physical. You know what I'm saying?
I'm trying to get there. I wouldn't say
always
getting there.
You always seem to be sprinting in the promos.
Always running. He don't get that one shot.
Always running.
Sprinting down the street.
For
sure.
I mean, shoot, they you know.
I feel like my brother Edwin Hodge was on a series called FBI's Most Wanted.
Yeah.
And every single frame they had him just running and everything. I said, like, yo, like, how many lines do you say? They just constantly running. They said, let's give him the Tom Cruise sketches, constantly sitting there. Every line he's saying is while running. You know? But yeah, for those, you got to think. You doing a sprint scene, y'all see about 2-3 seconds of a sprint, not realizing it took about 4 hours to get that, and you're running, you know, about 15 times without a break, you know, from a dead start on shoes that probably have no ankle support. So, you know, end of the day, your body says, hey, sit your butt down. This ain't it.
Yeah.
But just keeping up the training, maintaining is really, I say, like, even when you're not on set, you still got to be working. If you're in this industry, you constantly have to be aware, constantly have to be pushing towards whatever goal it is you want. Not everybody wants that career of, they don't want that pathway when it comes to, you know, action stuff and all that, because some people know they lane. But regardless, whatever it is that you're trying to do, stay in practice even when you're not on set. Yeah, you don't want to be figuring it out when you get to the finish line at all.
Especially now you come to training camp.
Right?
Like, you want to be shape before training camp.
Yeah, I mean, I can imagine what it was like for y'all, because, man.
It was the same thing. I mean, some people prepare for training camp the whole season. Yeah. Some people prepare for training camp a month before training camp. You know, some people wait to training camp to get in shape.
Because I know how I am as an actor and a performer. I take it serious. When I'm on set, I need everybody to be at the level, handle your business. I don't looking for nobody slacking. But for you, were you ever frustrated? Like, could you tell if somebody was lazy on the practice? And were you frustrated when they brought that to the court and you just like, hey, man. Like,
no, you have to address it right away.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to address it, because if we trying to get better, then it's like, all right, you pussyfooting around over there. It's like, yo, what are you? Come on, you gotta get out. But most of the time, like, somebody else would say it.
Gotcha.
Like a vet, you know what I mean? A veteran would say, like, get your shit together, or, you know what I mean? Let's go. You know, we have our way of saying.
Oh, you put them in the chair, right?
If it carries on. Put him in the hot seat.
No, let's talk about the hot seat. Let's talk about the hot seat. What is it?
Well, no, it was an accountability section, right? In the locker room, players only. And if there's any issues that's happening, whoever got the issue, let's sit there and we address the issue.
We need one of those for set. You know,
you can take that back to the set.
I mean, sometimes they call it HR, but like, no, we need to have our own little.
This is players only.
Yeah. Okay. Right? Cool. That's what we need on set.
Yeah.
You know, actors only. Hey, bruh. I see you coming here hungover. Okay, nobody got time for that. Get it together. Okay, you're not finna mess up my close up today. Okay. Nah, man.
All right. Let's get into our Imagine That segment presented by Xfinity.
All right, yo. So imagine that. All right. You're producing and starring in a basketball biopic. You can choose any player, past or present. Who are you telling the story of?
There's only one.
And what's the angle nobody's explored yet?
You said it's only one?
Yeah, it's only
So I'm gonna tell you what. Because this is the one that everybody has told me. They all say Rondo.
You definitely resemble Rondo in the face.
I'm like, I guess, maybe, but I actually was a fan of Rondo because, let's say, like, I never really had a team because I would move around a lot, so I didn't really have it. I mean, New York is like here for me. My dad is Knicks all day. But when I was younger, when I was a teenager, you know, I just was like, I just like watching and, you know, But somebody said that I look like Kevin Garnett one time. I never saw.
You get all the dark skin niggas.
I was like, I don't see it, but let me see what's up. So then I start watching the Celtics, you know, and this was like back with let me see, Piss. It was Rondo. We had Real. It was that time, and you know, Doc was coaching all that. Yep. So I start watching the game, and I like Rondo's handle. You know, I thought that. I mean, he had the one thing that I never had because I was we had this thing called the NBA E-League, NBA Entertainment, like all the
who's in the NBA E-League?
Everybody. I remember it was like Adam Sandler, Jamie Foxx, Mike B, Anthony Anderson. I think Brian McKnight was on my team. I got into the league because my brother was in the league, and I was just trying to be cool like my brother.
Wow, okay. He brought it back with that one. Wow.
Yeah. Oddly enough, so Ben Watkins, who created Cross, he was in the league.
Shout out to Ben.
Now he's obviously a very prolific writer, producer right now, but that's back in the day when he was still acting, and that's where we first knew each other. But I didn't realize because this is so long ago for me. I'm about to be 40. You know, that's back when I was like, 15, 14, 15, 16. You know what I mean? So, but he knew me from there, and he remembered. So through the years, keeping tabs on me and my brother's careers, and worked with a lot of people that, we have a lot of communal crossover in the industry, but we never really crossed paths again until Cross. But he said that's where he first knew me from. I was like, all right, well, guess it paid off.
Wow. Look at basketball. Look at basketball making life.
Yeah, Ben is dope, man. Yeah, but yeah, I never had handles. Talented. So I was like, all right, we're going to have to CGI that part, but I think it'll have to be Rondo.
Who was nice in the league, though? Who's really getting buckets in there?
Let me see.
See a lot of Adams.
You know what? Terrell Owens could actually play.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
T.O. could play for sure.
T.O. could play. I don't think Chris Brown was in the league, but Chris could play. I played against him in a one of those like, celebrity games before. He could play. Mike B got some shots. My brother Edwin, he can play. Who we had? Donald Faison, he was doing his thing. But yeah, I was a guy. I was not. Everybody knew it. Like, don't give me the ball.
Yeah,
don't give me you're
a good glue guy though. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm gonna catch your back.
Every team needs that glue guy. You get hustle, get rebounds. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna hit you. I'm a boom. Yeah. Assist king right here. That's it. That's Rondo.
Oh,
hey, there we go.
See, there you go.
Hey, boy, look good though, didn't he? Look at boy, got strong ankles.
There you go.
There you go. Look at him. Yeah, that's my brother. Yeah, man. Back in the day. Yeah, but it was cool, man. It was a good time.
Oh, yeah.
Good time, yeah.
Well, I had a lot of those fools. Yo, Melo, speaking of Imagine That, we got a little bit of a premise for you for this section,
this
right?
This is new.
Hey.
All right, so Chris Paul just announced his retirement recently. Kicked it with him at a live version of 7 p.m. in LA during All-Star Weekend. So let's just build an imaginary big three. So you and CP are locked in.
Wow.
If you were going to go and get a third piece,
damn,
in both of y'all proms, who's the third piece you would have went and got?
In both of our prime?
Yeah. Or in the time y'all were both able to make it happen.
Damn near the same age.
Yeah.
For us, what I think I would have needed.
College basketball is nonstop. Big games, tight spreads, momentum swings every night. And now FanDuel is giving you a way to turn that energy into even bigger wins with a college basketball parlay profit boost. So here's how it works, all right? Build any college hoops parlay you like. The early tip, the rivalry game, the ranked matchup, the late night West Coast shootout. Mix those spreads, totals, props, whatever fits your read of the slate, and then just apply your profit boost and instantly bump up that potential payout. Go safe, go spicy, go with the team you've been following all season. It's your parlay, your style, now with even more upside behind it. Head to FanDuel.com/7pm to get started. FanDuel, play your game. Must be 21 or over and present in select states for Kansas in affiliation with Kansas Star Casino, or 18 and over and present in D.C., Kentucky, or Wyoming. Opt-in required. Minimum 2-leg parlay required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable Boost Builder tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration and max wager amounts. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or 1-800-MY-RESET. Call 1-888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org/chat in Connecticut or visit mdgamblinghelp.org in Maryland. Hope is here. Visit gamblinghelplinema.org or call 800-327-5050 for 24/7 support in Massachusetts, or call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY in New York. For Louisiana, call 1-877-770-7867.
One thing I value is consistency. With Xfinity's 5-year price guarantee, you get reliable internet at one steady price for the next 5 years. No guessing, no surprises. You know exactly what you're paying and you know what you're getting. Strong, reliable internet you can count on. In a world where everything keeps changing, having one less thing to worry about matters. 5 years, one price, reliable internet. That's the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. It's the biggest time of the year for college basketball, the tournament. I've lived it. One run at Syracuse, one shot, and we left with a championship. That's how legacies are made. Regardless of who makes it to the final round, one thing's for certain. It takes the most talented people to build these incredible teams. The same goes when you're hiring. If you want your business to be at top of the game, you need the best people on your team. The place to find them, ZipRecruiter. And now you can try it for free at ziprecruiter.com/7pm. Want to see who's recently active? ZipRecruiter's filters can show you. Score the best for your team with ZipRecruiter. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try it for free at ziprecruiter.com/7pm. That's ziprecruiter.com/7pm. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Dwight Howard.
Okay. I could have seen that. Yeah.
I think if you fill those gaps with CP at the helm and Dwight as the center,
Gotcha.
then at this point, I'm the small forward. Right? It's like I'm at my original position.
You talking about back in that Superman days.
So now we go get my guy as a defensive guy. You know what I mean? Now we add him to the fold.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's how you start building the team.
Okay. I can see it.
Dwight would probably at that time would have been the guy.
Catching lots of CP lobs too. You know what I mean? Like defensively.
He's too big. But honestly, I'm crazy enough to want to try to guard him. Because I'm like, the bigger you are, the bigger the challenge. Let's go. Let me see how high I can jump. I only need to jump as high as the basket. That's
there
the
you
hoop.
go.
I can reach that.
Yeah, he's 7 feet jumping higher than the basket.
Yeah, like
he might
he gonna throw you on the ball.
He might take you up.
Throw you on the ball in the rim.
I mean, you really need to be that tall. Like, come on, bro.
You might take you
really
up
need
there
to
with
be
him.
that tall. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's doing a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like, come down a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to be 6'12".
Help.
You know? Nah, man.
That's a man. That guy was
I'm out there looking. I'm like, how can I prove myself today?
What should I call it? Barbecue chicken? Just
barbecue chicken.
It'll be barbecue chicken, man.
Shaq, that dude is huge.
Right.
I stood next to him one time, came up right to his waist, and I was just like, I'm 6'1". What is happening?
Bro.
Yeah. And Shaq is even more than Dwight from a physical standpoint. Like,
I don't understand how you guard against that. It's like you see a tank coming down and you just get out the way. Hey,
it's like Dwight.
You got it.
Hey, a lot of people got out the way.
Yeah. Those are the levels of
just met
the centers.
At the celebrity game. We were playing against Taco.
Taco Fall, yeah. He's like 7'7".
He's like 7'6".
He's 7'6".
7'6".
It's crazy.
I'm like, damn. Like, bro.
I remember watching him in college, him and Zion when they had the I think it was in the Sweet 16.
Yeah, that was a good game too.
Duke used it was a good bump. Like they was going back and forth.
That's too tall though, man.
What are you gonna do with that size?
7'6" is crazy.
Yeah, Taco had a cup of coffee in the league. I think he was on the Celtics for a little bit.
Yeah, and then,
shout out to Taco.
Shout out Taco, man.
I think Wemby was down there too, and it's just like I've never felt smaller or shorter in my life than just walking around a bunch of y'all. And I'm just like, what must it be like up there?
The air up
what
there.
What do you see? How is it? What is it like for you when you go to the movies? You know? Nah, but man, those some tall brothers. Tall brothers. And they just make it look, you know, easy moving up and down. I'm like, God dang, you ain't even got to jump to dunk, bro.
Man, best athletes in the world, man, in my opinion. Combination of size, skill, they're the absolute best. Aldis, I mean, you're talking about the competitiveness to stay in shape, you know what I mean, to act. How about like, you know, when it comes to having that athlete mindset for like specific roles, right? Like you've been in a lot of massive movies, lots of classic films, big chart toppers, in like supporting roles, you know what I mean? Like I think just from talking to you, that athlete mindset starts to kick in. I was like, yo, I'd love to be like the headline role for this one. I'd love to be like the Black Panther role. I'd love to for Cross to be like the #1 action. Like how do you sort of like measure yourself up to other, I guess, actors as far as like the competition it takes to be at the top of those cards?
Oh, I don't anymore. I measure my standards based on my strategy because that's what it really comes down to in the industry. I learned a long time ago sort of like how the business really works. And, you know, you can have a strategy, then there comes implementation of said strategy, but it's not always going to go your way. You got to figure out how to stay alive in the game and not, you might be able to shift tactics, but don't shift your focus, you know, on what the goal is. Some cats get the right opportunity at the right time where they get to fill a gap or a need for the industry to posture and say, this is our version of yada yada for now. So you get to see cats just take off. And then for other people, it takes a little bit longer, regardless of how long they've been in the game, how much they've done. And, you know, so for me, as far as trying to get that lead position, it was always what job helps get me to this space because I know how I want to use it when I get there. There were a lot of jobs that showed my merit as a talent, but mindset is what puts you in certain spaces, particularly with Cross. Like I said, Ben knew about me for a very long time, you know, keeping tabs. He knew the work was there, knew the talent was there, but he needed to know where the mentality was. Bringing somebody in that, because a lead position is not one of vanity. Some people take it as such. I'm the lead, I'm the man, I'm, you know, doing like, nah, it's you're in a position of leadership. Yeah. That's what it means. You know, what's that #1 on the call sheet means? It means you got a whole crew, a whole cast, you got a lot of people to get home, take care of. That's what Ben and I talked about. You know, so when you get to those stages, you realize the people that you're working with at that level are looking for somebody to complement the magnitude of where they are. Who's going to be an asset to what I've already built. I don't need you to be a good talent. Yeah, I need that. That's not the only thing. It's not the most important thing. I need your mentality to be where it's at. So sometimes this is where reputation weighs out. This is where being a decent human being weighs out. A lot of that can fold into what decides your future with other people because they still need. They still have things that they're trying to get at, you know? And again, getting different roles. I mean, I had a list of boxes I wanted to check, start checking them off. Sometimes they go my way. Sometimes you get the role and you get the big movie, but then you get crickets and you're like, what happened? You know, because it's not meant to serve you. You got to continually work to put yourselves in positions that serve your goal. Yeah. So, you know, I look at other actors as also my assets. You know, I need you to be as strong and solid as you possibly can be because I want to be attached to like-minded company. And when I'm associated with said company, I want people to revere the value of that group. I want them, oh yeah, this is fire. We're going to go see this because, you know, we know everybody here is solid. Or we're introducing a new talent who's also solid. Yeah. But everybody got to be fire because the only competition you got is yourself.
I mean, you the lead and the producer, you know what I mean, on Cross. Like, what is the pressures of being #1 on the call sheet? Because that's a lot, you know what I mean? That mindset of just switching from lead to also executive producing the actual show too.
Yeah. I will say there are pressures. My pressures are alleviated because of a team I get to rely on. So being our showrunner, I really admire his leadership a lot, and I feed off of that. We have an amazing group of producers around us, and we all walk with the same mentality in terms of how we want our set to roll out. I have my co-lead, Isaiah Mustafa, who's amazing, and then the rest of our cast is really incredible. Everybody's got great energy. You know, they come to the set with positivity, and we all understand the goal that we're trying to get done. But as far as the pressures I have on the acting side, I feel very confident in taking care of because our writer's doing a fantastic job. You know, and it's not a stretch for me to fall into it just because I enjoy my job and I enjoy my environment so much that, I mean, naturally I want to push and evolve as you know, my skill set. I want to push that beyond what I even know it to be. But I can do so easily because I know I have support. On the producing side, you know, I'm sitting here learning as much as I can to be a better producer, but also what I understand it to be in terms of how we take care of our people behind the scenes when we're not actually in production, what's happening post-production or pre-production, you know, talking to our studio partners to get some of the things that we need, try to figure out, you know, how we marketing this. And, you know, if we want to bring on the next season and bring on this caliber of talent, like, how do we take care of our people? It's, you know, the being in the mix of making the recipe that people see. And I go to it as a student, and that's what makes me feel no pressure there because I'm allowing myself to learn and be invited to the table. I remember when I first sat down with Ben Watkins, he asked me what kind of producer I want to be. He's like, look, sometimes actors like to take a step back, you know, take advantage of credit, or they actually want to do their job. And I said, for me, it starts with that.
Yeah.
You know, the acting, I'm good. I know myself there. I ain't gonna worry about it. I want to learn how to be a better producer. So by the end of the run of this show, my skill set has evolved to push me on to the next and the next and the next thing. Because all I do while I work is work.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here developing, trying to pitch, trying to sell. Like, I stay in it. But when you give me a free classroom, I'm taking every lesson I can get. And I'm being taught by really, really great people. So I'm going to take every advantage to sit there, learn, and I go through it with team, you know, brotherhood to a degree. I'm not in it by myself. So I just rely on the comforts I have to make it an easy process that I love as opposed to a strenuous process I'm in fear of.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah. You've spoken about how meaningful a role like T'Challa would be. If you are entrusted with that Black Panther role that is so culturally significant, what would carrying that mantle mean to you? Did you know Fast Growing Trees is America's largest and most trusted online nursery with thousands of trees and plants and over 2 million happy customers? They have all the plants your yard or home needs, including fruit trees, privacy trees, flowering trees, shrubs, and houseplants, all grown with care and guaranteed to arrive healthy.
It's like your local nursery, but anywhere you live with more plants than you'll find anywhere else. Whether you're looking for Fast Growing Trees helps you find options that actually work for your climate, space, and lifestyle. Fast Growing Trees makes it easy to get your dream yard. Just click order, grow, and get healthy. Thriving plants delivered to your door.
Their Live and Thrive guarantee promises that your plants arrive happy and healthy, which is important. No green thumb required, just quality plants you can count on. Plus, get ongoing support from trained plant experts who can help you plan your landscape, choose the right plants, and learn how to take care of them every step of the way. Going to nurseries can be a hassle, and hiring landscapers adds up quickly. Fast Growing Trees made it simple and way more affordable for me, plus everything that comes back by guarantee and expert support so you feel confident ordering.
Right now, they have great deals on spring planting essentials, up to half off select plants, and listeners to our show get 20% off their first purchase when using the code 7PM at checkout.
That's an additional 20% off better plants and better growing at fastgrowingtrees.com using the code 7PM at checkout, fastgrowingtrees.com/code 7PM. That's the perfect time to plant. So let's grow together. Use 7PM to save today. Offer is valid for a limited time. Terms and conditions may apply. The NBA home stretch is here, and DoorDash has a way to keep fans in their bag the whole way through. Whether you're watching for the highlights or your favorite player, DoorDash makes it even more fun to be a fan this season. As somebody who always added new moves to his game, we all know players have their bags. But with DoorDash, fans have one too. NBA stress is real, and if you need some emotional therapy, just hit up DoorDash. They'll bring you anything from fries to a face mask. The real double OT is me fighting sleep and snacking because I'm reliving all the highlights. It's not just about what happens on the court. If your favorite player hits a tunnel with some fresh sneakers, no worries. You can shop fits and kicks right on DoorDash. Order on DoorDash and stay in your bag. Get snacks, drinks, and gear delivered, whatever gets you through the season. Show up in your bag every time. DoorDash has what you need to win the watch party. DoorDash in your bag all season long. We cover a lot of trending topics on this show, and lately everyone's been talking about AI.
But talking about trends won't make you more efficient at work.
For that, you need the right tools. You need Zapier. With Zapier's AI orchestration platform, you can bring the power of AI to your work. Zapier just fits into your workflow, whether you're technical or not. Use Zapier to streamline your marketing, sales, IT, HR, and more. This is why 3.4 million companies already use it.
For us, Zapier connects all the apps we use, so tasks like scheduling, reminders, notes, and follow-ups happen automatically in the background. No AI hype, just results.
We want the 7PM family to know that AI actually works. Join the 3.4 million companies already automating with Zapier and transform how you work with Zapier and AI. Get started for free by visiting Zapier.com/7PM. That's ZAPIER.com/7PM.
Well, to me, as I've spoken on this before, like that to me is a very delicate situation where people would have to first understand the value of what it is and what it has laid down in order to understand how to carry it forward. You know, I look at the Marvel of it all. I'm a big Marvel fan. I'm a big, I came up on graphic novels and all that. But Black Panther was, I believe, the first Marvel film to cross $1 billion at the box office, right? They were hitting high numbers before that. But I think it was the first one to cross $1 billion at the box office. People are surprised. I'm not, absolutely not. And they're like, well, why? Well, you have the wonderful nature of Marvel and all that, and the commercial aspect. That's crazy. And it's great and it's amazing. But culture pushed it over.
Yeah.
Because now you have a cool factor of how it is represented. Obviously, that doesn't happen without Ryan Coogler and him putting his touch on it, because he is aware enough and wise enough and talented enough of a filmmaker to understand how to make a great film. Where the brilliance comes in is he understands how to roll in culture in a very relevant way, where everybody gets a seat at the table and gets to enjoy it and gets to understand. He understands how to translate culture in a way where it's still honest to who we are as a people, while still leaving an open door for everybody else to come and enjoy. The value of Chadwick playing this titular king, and what that meant was, because we don't get it as far as American cinema, we don't get it in real life.
Yeah.
We don't get our Shaka Zulu. We don't get our Queen Nzingas. You know what I'm saying? We don't get our Patrice Lumumbas, our Thomas Sankaras. We don't get that. But we have it in this fictionalized form through King T'Challa. And the value of that representation for kids to say, regardless of how fictionalized it is, I can still see myself in that. I can still see myself now through a lens of expectation of being that. That's what it means. You know, that's why it was so well received. That's why it made so much money, because the dollar spoke, because this is what the culture is aware of. They know this about themselves, and they're happy and relieved to see it reflected. So if you're going to step into it, it's not a situation of, oh, I'm just coming in to be an actor and I'm this cool role and this. Unfortunately or fortunately, you're going to have to realize you're carrying on a legacy that was already started by Chadwick Boseman, may God rest his soul, and Ryan Coogler. Regardless of who it is that steps into those shoes, I think you got to walk with that awareness, because whether you want to or not, it's not up to you. That's the effect that's going to be had, and that's the expectation of the audience. They're going to expect that you come in there with that degree of reverence and respect to actually push that legacy forward. So as long as you carry that and you know it's there, step into it. You know what I'm saying? Right now we see, Letitia Wright, she carrying a man. We shout to Letitia, But if they ever bring somebody else to step in as, T'Challa or maybe playing his son, also T'Challa, or like an alternate, version, whatever.
There's a bunch of multiverses now and stuff. They can do anything with that.
But the thing is, there's an extra value added to the representation and the symbology of that character that must be acknowledged if you're going to step into the role, because it's not like, Chadwick walked away from the role. It's not like he left. Unfortunately, he passed.
Yeah.
He was still in his bag. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We all still mourn that. I didn't even know Chadwick well. I'd met him, and, he's real cool, great energy, gave me respect. They gave him respect and all that. And I ain't gonna lie, when I heard the news, I cried. I didn't even know him like that.
Yeah.
But I understood what we lost.
Yeah.
I understood what it meant. And it hurt.
Definitely did.
So, you got to understand the value of it. It's special. There are a few roles in this life that have an extra sort of weight to them. And that's one of those that supersedes the nature of fantasy or superheroism or any of that. It has an extra added value that has to be regarded.
Yeah, and it's rare that like a role like that is available. You know what I mean? Like it's almost
very
like
far and few in between.
I think it's the most sought after, talked about like role in cinema right now. It's like, who's going to be that guy to be the next person? Almost like when they're looking for a new James Bond, or they're looking for a new Superman or a new Batman. It's like, who's the next Black Panther?
That's responsibility.
That's a huge responsibility.
It's even more so for Black Panther than it is for James Bond or Batman.
Especially given the circumstances.
This is heavy as the head who wears the crown at that point in time. Like, are you willing to take on that responsibility, that spirituality that comes with that too? It goes deeper than just saying action and cut, and it's a spirituality with that too. Especially if you going into that character, that's a different character, because you can't go into that character without understanding and addressing what came before you, right? So, and that within itself is a whole nother play that you got to worry about. And if you ain't strong enough to handle that, don't even come out for the role. That's basically what's what's being said.
It's gonna be scrutinized like a politician.
Yeah,
like that's how it's gonna be looked like.
It
like
will
that
be.
person.
But I think to your point about being strong enough to handle it, I think that something that you have to consider, because there are a lot of actors who don't want to have to consider those things, and to a degree, the fairness in being able to just play a role and have it be separated from who you are in your life should be applied, but that's not always the case. I think the difference here is, to your point of having the strength to take that on, is that I think Chadwick carried the same grace in his real life that was reflected on screen, so you couldn't really separate the two. It's always going to be synonymous. And that there becomes the expectation.
Yes.
And are you fit? Are you prepared? Are you, even gristled enough to wrestle with yourself to even stand in that? Because that is the expectation.
Yeah. Yeah. There's certain roles that like you can separate the man from the joint, but like If you get cast as Batman, you Batman everywhere. You know what I mean? If you get cast as Black Panther, you like
Unless you do a weak Batman, and then you
still always get the Batman sort of, you know what I mean?
Bad Batman.
Like Clooney, you look at Clooney, you're like, all right, he was Batman.
You don't want to be the bad Batman, though. You don't want that on your resume.
Hell no, man.
Nah, man. Nah, but I mean, shoot, Batman, or even like, I know with Joker, we always talk about who was the best Joker.
Yeah, that's
right.
And look, I'm a huge Jack Nicholson fan. That was my very first real encounter with Joker, but Heath Ledger, he got that
big time.
I mean, shoot, it's almost like the same.
Hands down, drop the mic.
Yeah,
it's the same. It's the same way that they're gonna look at the Black Panther joint. Like, it was done so well. It followed some unfortunate circumstances where the person lost their life, and now it's always gonna be, that role's always gonna be judged on the level that Heath Ledger made it. Black Panther's always gonna be judged by the level that Chadwick Boseman made it. Exactly. So it's like, it's gonna be. Yeah, I think you make a solid Black Panther, man. I think you.
All right,
ain't nobody called me. Okay, just let y'all. Ain't nobody. They be like, oh, we heard. You ain't heard nothing. Trust me. I'm. Don't give me no smoke with Marvel talking about. You said I ain't say nothing.
He want the role.
Ain't nobody called me. I'm just saying, like, let's keep it. Because I want to see, like, if they do it again as a fan of it all. I just want to see it done well and done right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I want to see. Give me an exciting story. You know what I mean?
Speaking about an exciting story, we have a segment on this show called the 7 p.m. moment. Right? This is the point of your life, whether it's personal or professional, where you're just at a fork in the road and you got to make a decision. Like when you have a moment with a choice that you actually make, send you down a very specific path. Like, what was your 7 p.m. moment?
I mean, I know I speak ad nauseum about how my daughter changed my life, and it's still changing my life. Challenged me to just be a better version of myself. She challenged me to love myself. So yeah, I would say, at the ripe old young age of 35, 36, and when she came along, that's when I really had to learn how to love myself. I hadn't really addressed that before, but before that, when I was like 19 in this industry, that's when I had to establish myself. I had to really fight for me because, I don't know, it's like a domino effect. I remember being around like 12 years old, fired from a job because I was too good, didn't understand what that meant or how it meant it. Get a technical aspect. We did a show, we did a pilot. Me and some of the other cast members tested higher in popularity than the lead because that's what they do before they see if they want to pick it up. They test it nationally and does it work? And oh, cool. And then they see who gets the marks. So when I was 12, tested higher in popularity than the lead, they fired me along with a couple other cast members and replaced us because they didn't want anybody to outshine the lead. They put the show on, it aired like literally like maybe 1 or 2 episodes. They pulled it because it was so bad.
Oh, wow.
But at 12 years old, you don't understand that. All you think is about, I'm just going to like feed my family. I'm going to get my mom a house and da-da-da. And I'm on a show and you're like, wait, what? Too good? Doing too well? That doesn't make sense.
Right.
So that made me say I never want to ever be contraband. Again, I never would just want to be stuck on a shelf. So I started learning how to write. That's where the writing and producing started, even though it matured later. 19 years old, I was on a show. It's the second time in my career I got fired. We did a pilot, did well. Some new producers came in. For some reason, they wanted to replace me. And it wasn't for unprofessionalism. It wasn't for any of that. And I still don't, to this day, understand. But, it was weird. It just didn't make sense to me. It was a comedy. They said, we think he's more of a dramatic actor. I said, y'all, I'm literally the only cast member here who's actively a stand-up comedian.
Right.
Like, I perform at the LA Improv. I got to, you know what I'm saying? It's what I do. But it made me fortify how I saw failure or loss, because a few months later, I get a different job, which turns out to be a quick stint on Friday Night Lights, which was great. But then after that, I got leverage, which got leverage on my 21st birthday. Like I said, I'm about to be 40 this year. And last year was the last time I shot leverage. It ran through, we did leverage, and then we did a reboot. Job ran that long, you know what I mean? And I said, okay, me getting fired from this job is not something being taken away from me. It's God moving something out of my way so I can walk towards what is actually meant for me. So whenever something tragic befalls me, I have to look at it for its intended purpose. I can either say, I can focus on, oh, this happened to me and this is what I lost, or I can focus on what am I supposed to be looking at next because here's an opportunity. Either it's an opportunity to sit and pause and reflect and get your mind right. It's could be an opportunity to appreciate the fact that you're not in that position because that position may have actually held you back from what you really want. We want a lot of things, but we don't really know what we're asking for. You know, like, oh, I want to be famous. I want to be blah. You're asking for work.
Yeah.
You know, you're asking for responsibility. So I would say there were some of those points along the way that helped shape my mind for how I wanted to approach this business because I just wanted to feel good in this business. And I remember at a time when I was 19, my I was dating someone at the time. She said, you're only happy when you're working. I was like, yeah, because I know I ain't got to worry about taking care of my family. I got mouths to feed. I got this, I got that. Like, as long as everybody good, I'm good. But when I'm not working, it's back to this hustle, you know, and I don't like it having to be rough anymore. I don't like having to be hard. And, you know, it's a lot to take when cats depending on you and you can't meet up to the expectation. It's a lot. And you don't always have the strong shoulders to carry it. So, you know, I'm only happy when I'm working. But the trick is you got to be at peace in the storm. You got to figure that out. It took me years to figure that out. I'm still finding I'm not finding peace. I learned a long time ago, I can't find my peace. Right. I have to create my peace. Right. I can build my peace. It has to be intentional. You can do that anytime, anywhere, any place. But you intentionally have to build your peace and intentionally maintain your perspective of that peace. You know, but for me, I've had a few pivotal moments through the years that helped me fortify who and what I am. So I've had a few 7 p.m. moments.
Indeed. You start off with your daughter. Yeah. Right. And you said she made you realize something in yourself, right? She changed it. Looking at being an avid watcher of Cross, right? That role, based on what you just explained to me, I see that in the role, right? With your 2 kids. Yeah. Right. And how entrenched you are into your daughter on there. Right. Your son too, but the daughter on there, you have a different special kind of bond or relationship or look or sound that you have with her on the actual show. Do you carry that over from your real life to the set?
My greatest pride in life is being a father. Literally nothing else matters. Yeah. I die in Tombstone. He was a great father.
Yeah, indeed.
Good. You know, like I shouldn't have pride, but damn it, I don't care. I got pride.
Yeah, of course.
With that.
Of course.
So, but I'm gonna tell you the reason that is with where you see sort of that crossover, the familiarity is that's Ben Watkins. Okay, I blame Ben for that. Because when we were talking, he said, look, he wants to know about you. He wants to know about your fears. Wants to know about, you know, who you are, what challenges you got. He said, anything you tell me, I'm going to use against you. I'll use against you. So I even told him, like, man, I don't do that karaoke stuff because Ben, he loved karaoke. He be trying to have karaoke nights on set. But I told him, bro, because I take it too serious. You know what I'm saying? I need time for get warm up. You know what I'm saying? Get the wobbles going.
Oh, you're one of those people like karaoke. Like you go super hard.
Yeah. I'm trying to get it. You know what I mean?
What's your go-to karaoke record?
Me and my brother, we always did a duo. We sang "Gold Digger." By the Carnesius Westonius and Jimmy Fox.
It's a good pick.
I'm just saying.
Shout out to bro, man. Shout out to your brother, man. Shout out to bro.
But that's why I'm fairly certain that's why we had karaoke in the first season. But yeah, he said anything you learn about you, you're gonna use against you. He means that obviously in the best way possible. But I think when we were talking about where I was at, fatherhood and all that, I was just coming into being a new father, so I had all the early fears and apprehensions.
He was excited.
Yep. Yeah, man. Because I mean, you know how it is. You know, when it comes to the babies, man.
I think our kids are the same age.
Same age, yeah.
Same
4,
time.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, we was talking before. I'm just like, everything he's saying, I'm like,
yep.
Yo, this is the exact same way I'm feeling right now. So like, that same sort of like whatever drive you had before all that, when she came in,
oh, it changes.
It's over.
It changes. It makes you, I think, simultaneously more aggressive and patient.
Yep.
You know, I have to be patient with her, you know, to understand, because the way her mind works, it don't make sense, and it makes absolute sense.
It makes all the sense. Yeah. It's so simple. Yeah. Is what it is.
And the worst thing is like, if I have to go and get at it and tell her, hey, you know, if I got to reprimand her or you know, discipline her or something like that, and she'll take a moment, she'll be like, Baba, you broke my heart.
And it's broken. I'm like, God. Damn. And then your heart broken. And then you melt, and then it's over.
You know? And then she'll come to me later, Baba, I want to talk about my feelings. Let's talk about our feelings. Okay. And she'll go through her whole thing, and you know, she know how to push the buttons.
As she should.
She does. So that's where the patience comes in, but the aggression comes in dealing with people around. Because for some people, for some reason, people just think they can just run up and just touch your kids.
Right.
And talk to your kids. And not even address you. I'm like, big as my black ass is sitting here standing, you think you really think we're gonna do this game? And I have no problem. No, hey, bro, no, sidebar, bro. You don't talk to her. You talk to me. What's up? And I let her know. Stranger danger.
Yeah.
No, they don't talk to you. You make sure me and daddy are cool.
And this is level 1.
I will let you know.
This is level 1, right?
Yeah.
Like it's just gonna
that's
gonna get worse.
I'm hyper vigilant about mine. Yeah. I done seen a lot. You know, and I'm maybe a little too hyper vigilant. My mama is a Marine. And I know exactly how she was about us. But now she telling me, baby, calm down. Ease. I'm saying, you of all people, soldier mom, who had no chill. And I mean, I love my mom. We had a great upbringing, but my mom, she is my example for strength. She's my definition of what that is.
Okay.
But yeah, I got no chill when it comes to my daughter because of, you know, like I said, I've seen a lot of stuff, and I know how my mom protected us, and I protect my daughter the same way. Yeah. And, you know, I don't mind snatching somebody up, letting them know, hey, nah, you know, they just a random stranger want to come. Oh, your baby's so cute. Want to pick up your baby? Put her down, so I can whoop your ass. And kind. Wait, let's have a conversation about everything you did wrong.
Tease up and fuck out of here. You see, you said what? That tease us up and fuck out of here right there.
That is what we call in the business a segue, people. It's time for America's #1 segment. Aldis, this is your first time here. So welcome to Fuck With It or Fuck Out of Here, presented by FanDuel. You know what we're going to do? We're going to go through a bunch of internet clips, probably some viral videos. And it's very simple. You're going to tell us if we're fucking with it or we're getting it the fuck out of here.
All right, let's go.
All right. So, we seen your love of watches, you know what I mean? Not wearing one today, but we know what I mean, did our research.
I'm still building mine.
Building it, you know what I mean? Shout out to the watch company as well, of course. So we had to go get your opinion on this, the OG right here.
I'm scared now. All right.
What was that? Was that a Beatles alive?
They say he got a Roachlex.
Wait, am I seeing what I saw?
Yeah, that was a roach and a Rolex. It looked like.
First of all, anything got to do with a roach? Fuck out of it. Nah, we good.
The Roachlex. I'm fuck out of here with that.
I mean, is the roach the one telling time? Like, what are we doing?
And they do that on purpose, or how did the roach get in there?
Was the roach alive?
That's what I'm saying. The roach was moving inside it.
It was moving.
It could only last for so long. Let me make sure.
How long?
Oh, that's part of the fit. Yeah, it's moving. That's alive. That is a live roach.
Yo, that's not AI? I need to understand, because I know exactly what it takes to actually put a watch together. What the hell?
Wow.
First of all, who did that?
So that means the back of the watch is probably open.
But he's on the dial.
Yeah, he
which
put
means
the
they had to have the space and put the crystal on top of that to seal it. Like, what the hell?
Only thing I know, that's not for sale. The Roachlex.
Nah.
That's gotta be a one of one.
Got to go.
Take it off and stomp that.
So Roachlex, we getting you the fuck out of here. All right. So yo, all right. So question.
Yeah.
Fuck with it or fuck out of here. Is it harder to play real people than fictional characters?
Ooh.
What's your preference and why?
I think they're equally difficult. So is that a fuck with it or a fuck out of it?
Well, if you like playing the fictional characters, let's say you fuck with it. If you like playing the real characters, get the fuck out of here.
I can't, because I like both, man. I like both.
Okay.
Damn. Plus, I'm thinking about job security.
I was about to say, like, somebody's gonna call you, like, we got you for this. This Gary Payton movie we got coming out. This Ray John Rondo movie we got coming out. We got you for this, right? I'm not trying to.
We know who to call. Exactly. We know who to call.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
But yo, since you were both there, we gotta ask. All right.
Okay.
Fuck with it or fuck out of here. The new All-Star game format, Stars and Stripes versus the World. Y'all both there. Games came down to the wire.
I'll fuck with it.
Yeah.
No, I fuck with it
for
too.
all the reasons in the world.
I know y'all talking heavy shit.
No.
Y'all had to be.
No.
Okay.
No. That's not what we do.
Listen, you are Captain America, son.
That's not what we do. We was calm.
Okay.
It was calm.
This is how it's supposed to be.
I was more happy for the overall weekend. Now that I have a different hat on.
Okay. I hear you. Not trying to offend the political connect.
You think your answer will be different if you had the old hat on?
It would be probably the same.
Oh, okay, for sure.
Yeah, because you behind the scenes you felt the togetherness, I would say. You felt like the players was trying to help figure this out and make this what it is.
You felt unity and brotherhood.
Yeah, absolutely. So it felt like a partnership, a collaboration, more so.
Cool. But as a fan watching it, I'm always a little cautious when people are overly patriotic, just a little bit, except when it comes to USA basketball, son. All right. Still America's game. Still America's game. It's not changing.
They saying they gonna see in 28.
Yeah.
That's what they saying. 27. The World Cup FIBA.
See what I think we're in good hands, man. We got Cooper coming up. You know what I mean?
The world is in,
the world's gonna be great.
Good hands. We hope.
The game of basketball.
We hope so.
It was a fun game. It was a great game to watch. It was competitive. Look good. All that matters, guys.
Yeah.
No offended.
Aldis, man, listen, but before we close it, before we let you go, man, we always kind of just end it with an appreciation and just giving you your flowers, man. And
thank you.
Your journey since a kid and seeing where you at right now and how you were coming into this new leader, right, of a black man, of black fatherhood and all of the above. And also you showing that to be able to translate that from real life to on the screen and keep it synonymous with one another. It's admirable. So I want to say thank you.
Thank you, man.
Welcome to the hook. Welcome to the dungeon. And shout out to your team. Shout out to Cross. Shout out to Prime. Shout out to everybody. Yeah. We thank you guys, man.
Thank you, man. Absolutely. I appreciate y'all equally. Thank you so much for having me on, for giving me the space to have a discussion and just the support, man. That's immense. I appreciate it. I rock with what y'all do. I'm a fan. So, it's nice to be up in here, and I thank you equally.
Appreciate you, champ. Hell yeah,
Take us home, Cass.
Let's go home, people. This is 7 p.m. in Brooklyn. A Wave original presented by Xfinity. Subscribe to our YouTube and podcast channels. You know what to do. You want to support the show, you like it, share it, rate it, review it, comments, all that good stuff. It helps us out either way. For Aldis Hodge, for Carmelo Anthony, my name is Kaz, and we'll catch you next time in the hook, people. Peace.
Peace.